Here we go, guys. It is the start of our toughest period yet in this Glasgow Rangers Master League series. It is me, Broma18, and today we host Lazio in the round of 32 of the Europa League before travelling to the ground of our city neighbours Celtic in what is a crunch match in the SPL. If you are yet to watch any of the other episodes, then go and check out those before moving on to this one. Meanwhile though, let's not beat around the bush. It is time to get straight into it, and this is the team that I'm going with now. You'll remember from last episode we switched to our 4-3-3. Well, it's been really tough to make this decision, to be honest. I switched to the 4-3-3 so we could control the game more against teams, opposition that was worse than ourselves. But, you know, now we're thinking of switching back to the 4-4-2. I mean, it worked really well against Celtic, who also, if you have a look at the formation that Lazio are playing, don't play fullbacks. And we can exploit the spacer that will provide down the wings and double up on them. So, I don't know. But essentially, they are playing 4 central midfielders. So, what do? I don't know. I'm just going to go with this, to be honest. And as you can see, this is the lineup: Fotheringham in goal, Wallace, Katic, Goldson and Tavernier at the back, Koulibaly in our field in centre mid, Ademola Lookman and Ryan Kent on the wings, and then El Buffalo accompanied by Kyle Lafferty, who, you remember, announced his retirement. I didn't mean he was retiring now, midway through the season, because that's what it feels like. Because since he's announced it, he's just been, in his mind, he's already in Marbella on a sunbed, you know. So we need a big performance from him in this episode today, and hopefully we get it. If you look at the Lazio team, wow, I could be in trouble today. I could be in serious trouble. That is all I'm going to say. Without further ado, it is time to begin.
Well, hello and welcome to everybody who's tuning in from around the world. I'm sure that you can sense a very different feeling in atmosphere and ambience around the ground, certainly by comparison with what we've seen before in this year's competition. Gone now are second chances, points and tables, that sort of thing confined to the group stage. From this point on, nothing other than a win suffices. The mood here is expectant and nervous. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Well, there's a perceptible change in mindset.
Right, so off we go. Oh, we've seen the overlapping run of Lookman. Wallace. Look for Morelos. Oh! Lafferty out to Morelos. He's going to look for the low-driven cross. Finds Lafferty. Goes for goal. Just past the post, but it's promising. It is promising for sure. Shame that that low cross couldn't originally have got to Lookman. But never mind. Ryan Kent loses out on the ball though. Oh, defending's awful. What's happening? Yes. Oh. Well, that's slightly demoralising. Their first shot of the game. And once again, I will complain about the defending, as I always do. It's pretty routine now, isn't it? I mean, look at that. Oh, who is there? What? The centre halves have split. They always do this. They always split. I'm not sure why, because it's not as if it's a goal kick and we're in possession. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Why are they so far apart? Our field is therefore in the middle. And then later on, Goldson wins. Well, he should win this really. Somehow his strength is not enough for him, and Luis Alberto pounces, and 1-0 to Lazio, and it's on the brink of half time as well, so the ref will call for half time. That's disappointing, guys. Really, really demoralising. As you can see, we've had much more possession. We've had a couple of shots. That was their first shot of the game, and it just hasn't been enough. Ryan Kent, I'm taking him off. Candeas, I will give Lookman a second chance, but he has been pretty poor this game as well. So he's on his last chance, at least for this game.
Rangers still have 2 substitutions up their sleeve.
Tavernier to whip it in. Lafferty's there. And again. Yes! Finally, Kyle Lafferty. We mentioned before the game how he's been on his retirement. He's on his sunbed somewhere in Spain. Finally, he has returned. And despite the fact he doesn't win the first one, pounces onto it. He remains focused. Volleys it into the top right-hand corner. Lazio defenders will be disappointed. No one's closing down quicker. And the second ball, they're all just standing there. And finally, in the end, he's not had the best of games. But at least we are back into it. Time for a sub, I do believe. We're performing well. I want to keep this up. Lookman comes off. Murphy comes on. One of those centre midfielders are probably going to change. We'll give him a few more minutes. Whoever's on the lower stamina probably, because they're both performing well. It is indeed. If you have a look at the quick subs here, it's going to be Arfield who will come off for Ajaria. Just want to keep the energy fresh. Don't forget, we've got a lot of games in quick succession, so we need to keep on top of it. Oh, there we go. And Tavernier has some space to drive into now. And he's going to look for that run of Lafferty on the dive. Oh, what a save. What a header, though, that is. Guys, we've been on top of this game in the second half. We've literally just been camped in their final third. Ajaria to drive. We might not get the time, though. I think the ref's going to blow it for full time before we get the chance to have one last attack. Oh, yeah, he does. 1-1. It's a good result, to be fair. We actually deserved to win the game. We were absolutely brilliant. Lazio really poor, to be fair. But I think that was down to the fact that we played so well. They have got that away goal, which is frustrating, so we are going to need to score. Quite simply, on the return leg at Stadio Olimpico, we need to score. But given that performance tonight, I think I would be positive that we can do that. So, yeah, not bad at all. Meanwhile, we'll have a look at some of the other results. Arsenal have actually lost to Atalanta in the first leg. Elsewhere, Man City are in this tournament. They're going to be very tough. Sporting Lisbon getting smashed 4-1 against Midtjylland. Elsewhere, Chelsea beating Bayer Leverkusen. Milan drawing to Marseille. Burnley lost 4-0 to AZ Alkmaar. So they've got a whole lot to do away in Holland in the second leg. Yeah, guys, that's a decent result. I will probably take that. As we say, we've got to score in the second leg. But now it is time for another Old Firm derby. I mean, they just keep coming now, and they're getting bigger and bigger each time. Can we close the gap on Celtic to 2 points? That is the big question. I'm going to go away, do my team sheet, and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. I've now done the team, and this is the one I'm going with. I've been forced into making a few changes purely because of condition problems. And Kyle Bartley does come in for Nikola Katic. John Flanagan, unfortunately, has to come in for James Tavernier. Flanagan, he's been pretty poor this season, to be honest, in this series so far. I'm not impressed with him at all. Ajaria will come in for Basani Koulibaly, and Candeas makes the final replacement for Ryan Kent, who didn't have a great game last game, whereas Candeas played quite well. Morelos' conditioning is also not great, but I've got to play him because we just need him, don't we? Quite simply, the play goes through him. We are reliant on him, unfortunately. I hate to admit it, but we are reliant on him. And as a result, he has to play. If we have a look at the Celtic team, fairly standard, to be fair. The same formation that they played before. Surprised to see Johnny Hayes in there instead of someone like James Forrest. And again, they're still playing that Still not playing Kieran Tierney or Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't understand that one at all. Really weird, but nevertheless, we'll go with it. Hopefully it plays into our hands. And it is time to commence the third Old Firm derby of the season. Oh, here we go. No huddle for us today. A lot of you were absolutely fuming that they had the huddle on the last one. I had no idea it was a Celtic thing and frowned upon by Rangers. So if ever we do that again, I will not be showing it, that's for sure. But thankfully that was all right. Just me going around clapping the hands of the players. We'll take that all day long. Now it's time to get into the game.
Stand by, here comes the roller coaster. It is Old Firm derby day again, and Glasgow's finest prepare to go head-to-head. It's the match, of course, that fans look for as soon as the fixture list is published, and whilst they might not be so keen to admit it, I think it's fair to say that the same goes for players and managers as well. Anybody, everybody who has played in one, indeed anyone who's been to one, would surely agree that there is nothing quite like this game. Every player out there will do everything he has in front of this roaring crowd to ensure that it is remembered the right way. Derby games such as this do have a reputation for being attritional, of course they do. Footballing quality occasionally takes the back seat, but there have been vintage encounters, and this feels as though it just might measure up as one of those. The anticipation in the stands is palpable, so hold on to your hats and let them at it.
Off we go then. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be very tense indeed. Oh no, he's sent through Johnny Hayes. Great save from Fotheringham, and we clear. Oh no. Once again, Griffiths just gets away from the defender. We always have the same problem. Celtic go in the lead. I think it's Johnny Hayes who whips a low crossing. Yeah, it is. It's Bartley who should be with him. Yeah, Bartley just loses him. Quite simply, he doesn't get goal side. He's behind it for some reason. And we have paid the price early on. It's been all Celtic, and it is 1-0. He doesn't quite have the pace. Lookman, lovely 1-2 with Lafferty. Keep going, Lookman. He does. Lookman's in, and Lookman scores. He comes up big in the Old Firm derby, and it is 1-1. We've replied well since the goal. Really starting trying to put it on Celtic. And finally, Adamola Lookman, who's been underwhelming in a couple of recent games. He's come up big for us here, and it is 1-1. The loanee from Everton. One. Go with Dash. Candace will whip it in. Oh, he's got away from his man. Oh, Gordon saves. No one's there to anticipate. But Flanagan pounces onto it. Oh. Well done, Ajaria. And give it to Candace. Candace is looking for the low cross. Oh, Morelos. That's unlucky. Lookman, well done. We're doing well here. We're keeping up the pressure. And it's working brilliantly. And Candace cuts it back to Lafferty. He's there. Kyle Lafferty. He loves it in Old Firm derbies. And it is 2-1. We've come from behind. And the last 10 minutes or so, we've just been applying constant pressure to Celtic. And finally, it pays off. Kyle Lafferty's there. Veering. Excuse me, getting caught up in the emotions here. To the back post, and Kyle Lafferty makes it 2-1. What a response this has been to going 2-1 down. Absolutely brilliant. Oh no. It's a bit open in the centre yet again. Oh God. Ugh. It's getting on my nerves now. There's something seriously wrong. Two centre-backs. Like, there's so much space. I mean, look at that from Bartley. He's just all over the place. And Wallace will go for the long through ball to Lafferty. And it's actually paid off here. Lafferty gives it back to Wallace. He's looking for Morelos on the header. Unlucky. And El Buffalo wants his goal in this Old Firm derby. Oh no, the rebound hasn't taken too kindly to us. Dembele on the overlap. Oh, Bartley again. Do you see what I mean? No one picks up runners. No one. It's always the same thing. It's a low cross and no one picks up the runners. If we have a look here, we see, I mean, Bartley, why is he so late to react? Cover the space. So frustrating. And Celtic find themselves back into this game. Kyle Bartley once again up fault. He's just, I'm not sure, I think it's just a centre-back issue because it seems whatever pairing I go with does mistakes. So I don't really know what to do at this point. I do set the man marking and it doesn't really do anything. And you've just got to go with it. Wallace has been turned by James Forrest. Will force Forrest into trying to make the cross. Why has he got so much space? Why has he got so much space? And the centre-back loses the striker yet again. What the f*** is going on with this defending? It's getting on my nerves now. Every time. Every single time. Why? And now Celtic find themselves 3-2 up. We're going to make some subs. And if we have a look here, I mean, people are just tired. I mean, Murphy, I suppose, will have to come on. Nketiah will come on for Morelos. He's tired as well. Just got to go with that for now. Nketiah, oh, it's a lovely ball. What a back heel. Jamie Murphy, no. I think he's got a score there. Looking for that 1-2. And he'll try to find Lafferty in the box. Lafferty's not quick enough to get there. Oh, Nketiah's got a bit of space there. And he'll drop to Lafferty. Lafferty scores! Yes! Absolutely buzzing. Kyle Lafferty out of nowhere. We find that space. Nketiah, they've dropped off and Nketiah finds space. What a flick that is from Eddie Nketiah. He's been brilliant since he came on. He's doing that all over the park. That is absolutely class. And Lafferty, one touch. And he finds it. And it is an equaliser in the dying minutes. It might even be stoppage time now. I've got no idea. It is in stoppage time. It's literally almost the last kick of the game. Kyle Lafferty comes up big. Oh, praise the Lord for that. He gets a brace. We spoke before how he was on his retirement. I've mentioned it constantly. Well, he is no longer. He's returned to Glasgow after spending that time in Marbella or whatever it was. And he's back. And I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing. But I've got to have my rant anyway. How many goals? How is it you score 3 and still don't win the game? Defence is just shambolic. It is absolutely shambolic. They've cost us that game. They've cost us the 3 points. And I tell you what, centre-halves, it's just, it is poor. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. I don't really know. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, how can I make the mark? Even when I set the marking, they still lose their men. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. If any of you have got any advice on how to solve this poor man marking, then I will gladly take it because I have got no idea. But it's time. We've got to move on. We should be buzzing still. You know, we've got the last minute equaliser. Thanks to K Laff. And we can still build from there. We're still going to play Celtic in the league once. Still games to go. We can still catch them. So it can be done. Meanwhile, we have a trip to the Stadio Olimpico in the next episode. So do join me for that. It will just be that one, I do think. Maybe the Hearts one as well. I'll see. But it'll certainly be that trip to Stadio Olimpico. Can we get that all-important away goal and twist the tie in our favour. But for now, guys, we'll end it there. Sorry I couldn't bring home the win in either of the games. Still decent results, but again, a lot of negatives that we need to work on to be able to get those wins in the future. But for now, guys, if you enjoyed it, do drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you are yet to do so. I will leave the link in the description to my Twitter page doing a PES 2019 giveaway, so do look out for that. And also check the affiliate links in the description if you want to get Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 cheap and you want to get it on PC. Then head over to cdkeys.com and I'll give you those links in the description. But for now, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you next time.